Hello one all, it's maybe Dr. Stone, chapter 141, first team. And we open up with Jinro just being so absolutely, completely unbearable, it's not even funny. I mean, he was doing so good on the island, he improved so much, and now because he's Matsukaze as his bodyguard, he's become a completely unbearable ass. Seriously. Anyway, then everyone notices, hey, wait a minute, the team, they lost their cracks, that must mean they found the petrification beam, which, okay. Kind of confused why Senku didn't just tell them that on the phone, but okay, I guess he wanted a bigger surprise, or maybe the Y-Man was blocking the signal. I mean, they did say there was a more powerful signal that was blocking out theirs, so maybe that just completely eliminated them from being able to talk on the phone. I mean, if that's the case, though, the radio Senku built on Treasure Island is going to be absolutely useless. And sweet, adorable Mirai is so excited that they can finally fix her brother. But Ryu has to throw a wet blanket on the whole situation, reveals that if that was actually the case, Senku would have used it to fix the fairly nasty shoulder wound he got while fighting Ibara. Which, fair point. Very fair point there. And Senku's response is, rather terrifying. Yeah, because the device is out of juice. Oh no! Oh no. And I really love how this is hinted at, because back then in the fight with the bar, it's very obvious that was not a 5-meter range. With everything else going on, I didn't even notice it. Not that I really understand magic all that much, but I know enough to know that was not 5 meters. And Senku even looked a little concerned at that point, like, something's not quite right there. I don't think that was 5 meters. Obviously, he would know. Thankfully, it does go back to what the master told Kurosame. A lesson has been passed down about how the power of the petrifying light must never be abused or unleashed over a wide area. So it can run out of battery, so there is a limit to exactly what it can do. Which makes a lot of sense. I definitely was theorizing that was told to her because, oh, if you use it over this area, it's going to break. I actually think I even said in the review, like, oh, this is very bad. Well, if he gets in the fight with the bar, he gets a petrification beam, it goes to use on him, only for it not to work because he essentially fried it from using over such a large area. I'm guessing that this was found out because they had a whole bunch of devices, they were able to use them a lot, and whole bunch of testing, finally figured out, okay, we can use this 10,462 times, and then it runs out of juice. So if we use a much larger area, then it'll probably run out of juice faster, so we shouldn't do that. It does actually make it a little funny, because in the last 2 chapters ago, when the Y-Man tried to use the radio to petrify the entire world, he wouldn't have gotten much. I mean, that was a huge threatening scene. Looking back, there was no danger of that happening whatsoever. I'm guessing as far as he knows, there's still a whole bunch of petrification beams on Earth because he doesn't know they were destroyed, but it's still just kind of funny that it wouldn't have done anything whatsoever. And then we go back to sweet little adorable Mirai putting the petrification beam in her brother's hands and praying,
even just a little bit, please. Let the Petra beam light shine a little bit more.
And then her hands are essentially broken when Taiju squeezes really freaking hard on them. Essentially, their plan is they're going to push her brother's hand so hard into the petrification beam that even if it just produces a tiny little bit of light, it'll hit her brother and turn him all the way to stone. Oh god, poor little Mira, I love her. It's okay if my hands get crushed, as long as my brother come back to life. Oh my god, you are too precious for this freaking world! And you gotta love that Senku joins in, and Mirai looks at him with such love. It's so freaking adorable. I mean, of course he justifies, like, oh, this way if I get petrified too, then the wound in my shoulder will heal itself. But no, he's doing it for Mirai. He's doing it for the sweet little sister of the man who tried to murder him. And as they all squeeze his hands as tight as they can, they scream out, 1 meter! 1 second! And that's just enough to break Tsukasa free. Oh my freaking god, this shot of him petting his little sister's head is so absolutely unbearably adorable. I love it. Oh. And you gotta love Rui doing a little shipping herself there, trying to push her close so Tsukasa can pat her head too. That was adorable. Love that. And then we turn from adorable to freaking badass as Senku and Tsukasa stand shoulder to shoulder, facing opposite directions. They just look absolutely amazing. And just like the first time he woke up, he asked Senku, what's our situation? Oh my god, I love that callback. And they're like, wow, Tsukasa, right after waking up, he's so cool, he's so badass, nothing can shake him. At which point Senku announces, we're invading the moon! Which a lot of people in the background apparently didn't know about either. And this kind of breaks him. I mean, this really freaking breaks him, and I absolutely love it. Oh my god, I could not stop. I had to put the thing down for a solid 5 minutes just because I could not stop laughing when I read that. That was so amazing. And of course, these two can't just be open with each other, so they basically say, oh, so the only reason you woke me up was because you need someone to go to the moon with you. Well, of course, why else would I bother waking up your ugly mug? Which, I just love their friendship. And then, oh, just gotta love Jinro, or hate him. I'm gonna say hate him at this point, as he starts bragging that his bodyguard is so much stronger than Tsukasa that it's not even a match, and they should have just sent him to the moon instead. So Tsukasa is given his lion skin coat back, which he looks so freaking badass, and I love it. Mitsukaze has to challenge him to a fight. He needs to see which of them is truly stronger. And it's not even close. With his bare hands, he shatters Mitsukaze's weapon and just forces him into submission, essentially sending Jinro back down to level 0. And even though he won just so overwhelmingly easily, even he has to realize, wow, that dude's actually really strong. If we trained him properly, he could be really impressive. Which I'm excited to see. A lot of people kept pointing out there's a lot of similarities in how Mitsukaze and Tsukasa look, and I really want to see these two sparring, student and master back and forth. I think that'd be really fun to see as the series moves forward. And then sweet little Suka interrupts, because Mirai's gotten all the cute scenes this chapter, and she needs some of her own. And she has to think, hey, so you're always going to have those cracks in your forehead, which, from what I've seen in the comment section, a lot of people want him to keep the cracks. And which, yeah, I agree. I think they look really good on him. It was very sad to see when Jen lost his. So Jen decides to put his back. He puts on war paint to match his old cracks, as the perfect symbol of their war against the petrification threat. Once they truly win, they will take it off. And then every last one of them decides to do the same, putting on their own war paint, making themselves look just like they did before they were healed, which I just absolutely love. I mean, I saw a lot of complaints when they lost the crack marks. Everyone's like, oh, they made their faces look so much better. I mean, especially Jen. I absolutely love the freaking mouth he has on the side of his face. That's just so perfectly Jen. And now they're back, and they will remain there until they defeat the Y-Man, until the petrification threat is over. So, yeah, they're back, even though they were healed. I like that. And then Tsukasa gets all the press, like, I would love to join you guys, but I really can't join the Kingdom of Science. I killed so many freaking people. Oh my god, how many people have I killed? It was just so many. Of course, Senku's like, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Which, of course, Senku's response. And Taiju's like, don't worry about that. Yuzu patched them all up, which I can't imagine she patched all of them up. I'm assuming most of them. I mean, Tsukasa did say that he remembered each and every statue he crushed, which is fairly impressive, but I'm fairly certain they missed a few of them at least. Thankfully, Jen manages to convince him to rejoin the Kingdom of Science with a smile on his face. He reapplies the war paint and says, thank you, Jen, and everyone. And last it's announced, Tsukasa Shishio has joined the party, which means they've essentially already won. They even say that. Nice, the kingdom's got Tsukasa on its side. Whatever the Y-Man really is, he doesn't stand a chance now, which, fair enough. I mean, when you put Senku, Tsukasa, Taiju, Yuzura in the same room, in the same team together, there's literally nothing these four cannot accomplish. And I'm just so excited to see what they can get done. Speaking of getting things done, Senku then brings out the plans for the spaceship. Which, okay, I really want to see those freaking plans. Seriously, he's got like 6 very large rolls already all written out, explaining exactly what he has done, what he's planning on doing, how he's going to do it, and so many questions about that. So many questions. Is it diagrams? Is it a list of people you need? List of things you need to obtain? What is your plan for getting to space, Senku? There is so much you need. I mean, yes, you built mini rockets. Sure, that's impressive. Good for you. This is going to the moon. It's something we have not done in 30 years, or in your case, 1,000 years, or in your case, 3,000 years. It's not an easy thing to do. But yeah, I think the whole next chapter is literally just going to be that roadmap. Like we used to get, when like, oh, this is a super complex list of things we need to make the miracle cure-all potion to save Ruri. Now this is the 12-page report on what we need to go to the freaking moon. That's gonna be quite a hassle. I am hoping one of the first things they do is create a more powerful telecommunication device so they can chat with the people in space, once they get up in space, and then when they do that, they're like, hey, wait a minute, there's someone in space who's broadcasting a signal. Hey, wait a minute, that's Ray, my father's robot who's become super hot and advanced over the last 3,000 years. She could probably be a lot of help in our projects, so yay! No idea when that's gonna happen, but I really hope it does. I guess there's a lot of first steps before they get to that, but we'll say. I mean, seriously, though, this is the usually point of the video where I start speculating more about what's going to happen next volume, but I just really don't freaking know. We're going to get the roadmap next volume, and then from that I can speculate more, but without the roadmap, it's like, okay, what exactly are they planning? What are they going to build? How are they going to do this? What do they need? And I'm guessing it's going to require like a whole lot of test rockets to launch in space. See how that goes, see what happens with that. Actually, they could send up a satellite into space so they can start getting like a telecommunication network set up across the entire world. That could actually be really cool, and that might be how they end up speaking to Ray, how they get in contact with her. Or maybe when they're setting up the launch for that, they find, hey, wait a minute, there's still a space station up there that somehow hasn't fallen to Earth yet. Let's check on that and see what's going on there. And maybe that's how they get in contact with her. I'm really not curious. Just really not sure. Also, I'm actually kind of glad the Dr. Stone, Petrification Beam, Medusa, right, whatever you want to call it, I'm glad it's broken. I'm glad it can't be used anymore because it is just too freaking OP. I mean, seriously, this thing could cure any wound, save anyone who's almost dead, preserve someone so they can go through horrible things, then make them like they never went through those before. So, yeah, it running out of juice is probably for the best. They used to wake up Tsukasa. That was the main goal in getting it, so yay on them. But seriously, let me know anything down below. What exactly is the roadmap? Is Tsukasa now part of the team? What is his role going to be moving forward? I'm very excited to see that. Think it all down below. Let me think it all down below. Be sure to like and share this video. Until then,
Peace.